are live from Matt.
That we are. We have special guests.
Yes. Day two.
It's been a long day already.
I can't hear you.
It has been a long day already.
No, I really can't hear you.
What is going on with my mic?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. So,
can you hear me?
Three seats
I can hear you
down. Okay, well, I'll just leave my ear open. But 3 seats down, we have my daughter, Luna.
Hi.
Oh, I can hear Luna fine. So
That is so weird.
I'm not sure. So can Natalia, can you hear Bain okay? So Luna, this is your first time at any event like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How has it been going for you?
I don't know. I'm very tired.
You're very tired. Yeah, we got here early. So early in the morning, Wednesday, like 1 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday. Then you set everything up on Wednesday with us. And then yesterday, you kind of walked around everywhere. You took lots of pictures. What's your thoughts about it?
I mean, it's all right.
It's all right.
I like the trucks. I like loud sounds.
Loud sounds. Lots of people.
Lots of people.
So is it interesting to see, like, obviously, like, Nate's your dad. And so you see him as dad.
Yeah.
And then you see all these people around that know him as Nate or as the mayor or as Nate Thompson, as GLCS Freight Movement. Is that a little weird to see your dad like that?
I mean, yeah. I'm so used to it.
You're used to it. Okay. Interesting. So, yeah. Well, you have one more day to go. You went out and looked at the beauty trucks today too, right? What did you think of those?
They were blasting music.
Oh, yeah.
Very big days.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Awesome. So, awesome. Well, I'm glad you got to come on the show and say hi. So wave to everybody again. So we'll have you on again maybe tomorrow for a minute. Maybe. All right. Cool. Well, we'll bring on our first guest. So do you want to step off now or do you want to hang on? Yeah. Okay. You want to step off? All right. So we'll bring on our
Don't leave me
first
hanging, dude. There we go. Is that helping at all?
Oh, thank God.
Oh, my word.
Okay. All right.
Nate was freaking out.
Yeah, we're going to bring on Kameel Gaines with Rig on Wheels. This is the first time I got to meet Kameel is today. We've interacted for a long time.
Yes, I've been connected with Kameel for a couple of years online.
Yeah, absolutely. But we've never actually got to meet in person. And Kameel is vertically challenged.
Yeah.
Like me. So thanks.
Okay, let me, yeah.
It doesn't
pull it in like this.
Yeah, either that or yeah. So sorry about that.
No, I'm used to things being taller.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So
it happens.
So Kameel, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is great. This is great. We had hoped to be able to meet in person at Manifest, and then you weren't able to come.
No,
so.
I got the stomach flu.
Yeah.
It was like the devil.
Well, it is like the devil. I agree with you. So, absolutely.
It's like that foosball with Baba Boucher.
Yeah, it's the devil. It's the devil. So definitely appreciate you coming on. So tell us about yourself. A lot of people know you, but let's start out there and we'll see where we go.
Start from the beginning.
Start from the beginning.
Yes.
Adam and Eve, no. But I am Kameel Gaines. Been in the industry now for 15 years, the CEO and founder of Rig on Wheels. So we are a third-party truck driver recruitment agency. And in July will be 2 years creator and host of the Rig on Wheels show.
Great.
So we talk about trucking, recruitment, retention, technology. So bringing both brands together where we cover and grow free fleets. And our whole point is so the trucking industry can be seen, heard, understood, give us a voice.
I think it's a real important point to talk about retention, because people talk about recruitment a lot.
Yeah.
Retention is so important for growth, for scale, and ultimately for company reputation. I think it's a big thing when you kind of have that revolving door. It's not great.
It's not.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't. You can hire all the drivers in the world if you don't keep them.
It doesn't make a
different.
difference.
Yeah,
What's the point?
absolutely.
Yeah, we can't talk about recruitment without retention, because that needs to be your first point, whether you're doing your marketing and everything. Your first thought needs to be, how do I retain?
So retention strategies, let's start there. So what are some real basic retention strategies that carriers need to keep in mind? So if you're going to so 3 bullet points for retention strategies for carriers. What's the most common 3 things that you say to a carrier that's looking to strengthen their retention?
Know your culture, communication, and trying.
Perfect.
I want to hit that first one. Know your culture, because I see this in organizations. You've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it as well.
Mm-hmm.
We always hear we have a great culture. We're a family here. To me, it's honestly like the biggest red flag.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, no, you're dysfunctional families.
Yeah.
So when you talk about know your culture, what is it you want someone to understand? Like, is it how you're treated? Is it the open door policy? Is it how people are like, kind of define culture a little bit.
See, everyone's culture is different.
Mm-hmm.
Even let's use Rig on Wheels for an example,
please.
right? So Rig on Wheels is different than any other third-party recruitment agency. I am the CEO. I lead with empathy, but I'm still a hard ass, right? So everyone,
Hard ass, soft heart.
right? So everyone would not fit in there, and that's okay. And we don't want everyone, right? We don't want every recruiter. We don't want every type of marketer. We don't want every type of blogger. We don't want that. So once you know your culture, you need to hire to that. Because if not, you'll have a revolving door, and your client,
Sure.
our client being the driver and the carrier, will not be happy. So that is the reason. You can be a wonderful company, but if you don't know who you are as a company, you will attract the wrong driver. And they could be a wonderful driver, but you won't do right by this driver. You won't do justice by this wonderful driver because you're the wrong company for them. It's like a marriage. Wonderful guy, wrong girl.
And that's good life advice. So if you don't know who you are, you're going to potentially attract the wrong people.
Right.
That's there's a clip right there.
Look at me, I'm a life coach.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, actually, the 3 bullet points that you just identified don't really just apply to drivers. They
100%.
apply to any company anywhere, which is interesting though, because lots of times when companies talk about retaining drivers, the first thing they look at is pay. And that's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. It's something that you want to pay attention to, because if
It's
you're
important. It's very clear. It is
low
important.
paying organization,
Right.
It used to be 10, 15, 20 years ago, pay, home time, and benefits were absolutely the first things that we looked at. But now today, we all have all that data, and everyone, it's an open book.
Right.
So you're probably competitive already in that space, or you wouldn't have any drivers. So it's absolutely how you're treating one another. It's absolutely how you communicate with those others. And then the third one was
Training.
So, and absolutely training. So that's kind of where we come in, not necessarily on the driver's side, but that continued training across the board everywhere is lots of people leave roles because they're not getting continued training. There's no path for them to further themselves, so they look elsewhere to do that.
People want to know that they're important, and they want to know that they're important and appreciated within your organization.
Absolutely.
And they also want to understand they may not want to be CEO.
No.
But they may want to be a manager. They may want to put themselves in a position where they can make more money. They have different skills. And I think it's an organization's job, to your point of training. Get them to that point. You may be training them like, oh, what if they leave? Yeah, but what if we don't train them and they stay?
Yeah, what if they stay?
Like, that's
What if they stay and
That's
make
what
your
those-
organization better?
right.
God
Obviously-
forbid,
obviously,
right?
what if you don't train them and they stay?
Right.
So,
So then you have somebody who's not upskilled. So as the industry evolves, then you have someone you got. At some point, you're going to have to either let go or you'll train, but it's going to be a lot more expensive.
exactly.
So it's ongoing training and the career journey is such an important piece of leadership to think about, whether it's from the seat level all the way up to you're putting somebody in the C-suite. You want to make sure that you're preparing for those next steps.
So we're talking a lot about retention strategies, and let's talk more about your organization a little bit, and make sure that we get all the bullet points out in our short period of time here
Right.
today.
Right.
And we'll definitely have to come back and revisit this on a later episode somewhere down the road. But so tell us more than just retention. You obviously do some recruiting and other advisory as well.
Yeah, we do the retention, not just theory based, really getting down and dirty with it. You know, what's your culture like? Let's what do you want? Who do you want to keep at your company? And who do you not want to keep at
Right.
your company? We don't want you in a bad marriage, right?
Mhm.
And then recruitment. Who do you want to recruit? And we want it only to be your professional drivers. So let's get your company prepared for that. And then with the podcast, and we also support the companies with marketing with that. So it's the editing and all of those things, the ghost blogging and everything that goes along with it. Because the megas necessarily don't need that. And when I say megas, 1,600
Yep.
plus companies, they need, MVT. I have a long-standing podcast agreement with them, but no, I don't. They don't. I don't do that part for them. Theirs is just the regular podcasting. But you have the smaller companies that do need that. They don't have an in-house marketing department that actually edits the content. They don't even have the content, so that's where the podcasting comes in, and then the actual repurposing of the content, those type of things.
Sure.
And then the blogging
Entire
of it.
campaigns.
Yeah.
The entire campaign.
Yeah.
You have a campaign that you need to do in Ohio. Let's build segments around that. So you can repurpose that in many different ways. So the Rig on Wheels brand, from the recruitment show, the Rig on Wheels show, and the recruitment agency actually supports the fleet in many different ways.
Great. So really just a holistic assistance on recruiting, on retention, on all the strategy around it, and the marketing that goes with it as well.
And it's creating the culture experience basically from first contact and all the way through the entire career journey.
Yes.
I love that. That's awesome.
So who's your ideal customer? Who's your ideal carrier that you're working with? You said MVT, but
So when it deals with on the recruitment side, it can be the mid-size 700 trucks or more, right?
yeah,
But when we're dealing with on the podcast side, it doesn't have to be that large. It's the one that needs the marketing help,
sure.
okay? It's the one that knows that they need the branding. They know that they need the recruitment help, but they don't have the content behind it. They know that they need to show up on social media. They need the email marketing, but they don't have the content.
Right.
But they don't want the generic content.
Yeah.
That type of thing. The one that knows that content comes from podcasting,
Yes.
not the one that thinks that content just comes out of the air.
And then it's consistent. It's not a one post and 8 months later, another
Right.
one,
No.
3 months later.
It's a
another
post
year.
every day.
Yep.
It's
Post
an
every day.
everyday post.
Oh, say it again.
every day.
Say it again.
Yes, and
Yes.
on some platforms like TikTok, it's multiple times a day.
Right.
Yep.
So those are the things that we also manage for them because, you know, no dig to the marketing agencies, but when you have marketing agencies that are outside of our industry, and I had to grassroots our marketing agency within Rig on Wheels, so they know marketing, they don't know trucking.
Right. That happens with a lot of industry, a lot of companies, not just marketing agencies, but any company that comes into trucking.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
They have
tech,
a
supply,
tough
all
time.
Mhm.
They have a tough time grasping the culture of trucking.
Yeah,
Or
just
of-
and what I say, and one marketing agency said, no, that's not true. I said, tell me about the word lease.
Right.
That means 5
Mm.
different things.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
And I think that's a good kind of segue into if you want to understand trucking culture, Mass is the place to be. This is where you get to understand because it is way more than just a truck and a trailer pulling freight down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we need all of the different we need accountants, we need the bookkeepers, we need HR, we need all of that. But it takes a good 5 years to get our culture.
Sure.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I think 5 years. And it can be intimidating because 5 years sounds like a long time, but sounds like a long time to the younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
F them kids.
oh, we got Alex.
Oh, look
We
at that.
We got Alex and Jen. So
Oh,
Friends.
okay. So yeah, come on back and we'll do some recording. So all right.
he lives in my hometown now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're in Galveston area or whatever.
No, I'm in the Woodlands, but Houston.
Oh, all right.
It's fantastic.
Fair enough. Well, Kameel, I appreciate your time. Where can people find you online? So, obviously, Woodlands, which I'm aware of the Woodlands. I'm very aware of it.
Yeah. Rig on Wheels is our website, rigonwheels.com, but we are on all the social medias. I mean, my favorite social media is LinkedIn, and I'm partial. But we're on everywhere. We're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter.
You're on Instagram with you stalking me.
Yeah, we're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. So definitely just anywhere, we're on the Kameel Games and Rig on Wheels.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
And we got to meet you finally.
Finally, for
Yeah.
forever.
That's the best part about these shows. We get to meet internet friends.
Yes.
Get to meet all the friends.
IRL, right? In real life.
Yes.
In real
Yes, that's what the young people say.
Yeah, your daughter. Your daughter, Nate.
So, there you go. Yeah, she was. So, all right. So, once again, appreciate it. We'll get you back on for maybe a full episode somewhere here in the near future. So,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
was sort of the intent of doing a little bit, but it's taken too long. So, definitely taken too long. So, anything else you got?
No, this is awesome.
All right. Appreciate your time. And we gotta bring in Chris Thomas next. Chris
Yeah, I'm his
Thomas.
stalker. He found out.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's. I hear he's been tailing it.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll have you pass out your headphones to him.
Yes.
And
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. So I couldn't hear you talking before. Did I just like
I told
blow
them
you
that.
out in the beginning?
no, I think it was just for like my voice couldn't be heard on your headphones. That's what that button is. We're learning all the buttons. Like I kind of want to mess with Nate right now and just hit one of the.
And then
And I'll do the
There it is. Oh my god. So,
now I sound like Trey. Okay, no.
okay, well now you can do the. God, I love this one. Yes, that is so good.
This is what happens when you give Bain buttons.
All right, so you want to hear this?
All right.
Okay,
Let's go.
Nate's gonna test,
How's it going?
Yes. Going real good.
and then I switch it up, and we go here.
I love you. You're my favorite driver in the world.
These are gonna be the best clips. I can't wait for this.
Yeah, that's awesome. So anyway,
And those are only two. I haven't messed with the other ones yet.
yeah. So Chris, it's been a minute. Outside of we hung out a little bit last night. It's been a while since I've seen you. So
Yeah, I feel like just seen you about a month ago out in Las Vegas for
Well, I guess
Manifest.
yeah, but I saw you and then I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's kind of how it is. You're almost ephemeral at some of these
Yeah,
events. You just
yeah.
kind of come and
True.
go.
It's true.
I'm at Manifest. I'm a little hard to pin down. So it
You can usually find me with my shirt off somewhere.
yeah. You're hard to miss.
You know,
Just-
I don't know how I missed that. To be honest, I think I was outside taking in the Vegas air at night, and I heard something about a guy with no shirt on, and I had to see the video proof of
Who
that.
was jacked and pale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough.
No
Wow.
hiding that northern Midwestern in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Very, very Vikingish. Sure.
Right. Yeah. I got text that night as it was happening, and it was, hey, Bain's on the stage. I go, of course he is. And then she goes, Bain's got his shirt off. And I'm like, of course he does.
So, well, it's funny that my kids have friends whose parents are in the industry and were at the event. So my kids were getting texts of pictures of me
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock in the
great.
morning.
That's great.
Chicago time, which was hilarious because then my oldest daughter comes back like, "Yep, that's Dad. That tracks."
So what you been up to, Chris?
In trucking, how it is. It's just kind of racking up more miles.
Yeah.
Just keep racking up miles, working on the
took how many
truck.
miles on the truck right now?
So overall, I just rolled that odometer over.
Mhm.
So I definitely put 1 million on that odometer since I installed that in winter of 2015.
Okay.
So
You put 1 million on it. in
just
10
on the
years.
odometer, I put probably 1.3 on the truck, and the truck overall 2.6 million miles.
You saw that last night. Like that. Wild.
Yeah.
That's
Two-
wild.
2.6 on the truck overall. How
Yeah.
many rebuilds?
So I rebuilt it when I first got it, then ended up doing a reman Cummins N14 in it in 2018, and just put rod and main bearings in it back in September. So we're just rolling up on 600,000 miles on that reman. So we're technically should be good for another 400,000 or 500,000 miles before
Yeah.
it needs to be rebuilt.
Yeah. And rumor has it, it might be time to get a new one.
Yeah, that's something I've been considering for some time now, and just kind of looking at it and trying to figure out which way to go. I did a lot of service with the Volvo shop up in Ohio on my truck for years, and just kind of got comfortable with some of the guys there and some of the owner operators that have Volvo or Mack products, and it seems like a pretty good platform, something interesting. I've been a Freightliner guy my whole life. I'm not opposed to Freightliner either, but that's kind of where we're looking at doing something later this year and kind of upgrading, I guess you could say. But that doesn't mean I'll be getting rid of my old truck necessarily. I'm gonna probably keep it, and who knows, turn it into a historical truck. I think it qualifies this year officially.
So yeah, historical truck, and then hey, you feature it down here at Matt's.
If I can clean it good enough and keep it out of the dirt, maybe.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fair enough. So yeah, that'll be a big thing. I've known you for pretty close to 2 years, I suppose now, and that's been a conversation we've had that entire time. Is time to buy new, time to look at a used, whatever the case may be. So there's a decision coming. So that's good to know.
Yes, sir.
And also big news, you just got on a new route, correct?
Yeah, so just coming down the show, got informed there's a dedicated lane I've been interested in for some time, and somebody come off of it. So I'll be starting that when I go back to work with Autumn Transport, and hopefully I'll be on that for quite some time. It'll be just home on the weekends, running one lane, just one customer.
That's fantastic. I'm happy
Yep.
for it.
And Lady Thomas is probably going to like that too.
I
So,
think she'll like it. I think she'll like it a lot.
She'll like having you around.
She's playing real coy right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We're talking about you.
So, yeah, absolutely. And then, we haven't announced this one yet, but we're actually going to be on site at Autumn Transport May 8th. So we're going to do a live driving forward episode at Autumn Transport. And I gotta circle back with that team and figure everything out. So
Very cool.
we're excited about that one. We've done a few on-site episodes with a variety of trucking companies, mostly in the state of Minnesota, just supporting those companies. I've got a couple other ones scheduled over the summer, but definitely excited to work with them.
They go really well. Like it's
Yeah.
because you really get a feel for the culture of the organizations. I know obviously you're a fan of the culture and all of it. So no, I'm excited to see that episode. So
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a blast. So how's Matt's going for you, Chris?
Matt's is going pretty good. It's being somewhat of the, I guess you could call it, minor circle. You know, the interesting thing about internet, and we all have our little bubbles and our little circles, is that every now and then it gets a little bit bigger, and you run into something new that you've never seen before, or somebody new you hadn't ever met before.
Sure.
It's very cool to get here and to see all of it and see all the people. And there's a lot of energy here on the floor today. A lot of people looking at the old cool trucks. A lot of people looking at maybe for their next opportunity, a new job, a new place to lease on. And, it's a good thing. I feel like Matt's is kicking off of the spring. We're kicking off the nice summer season. We got through the winter. And it was a heck of a winter. I'm telling you, I felt like I drove through 90 days of straight snow. So it was definitely good and feeling good here in Kentucky. It's a nice warm day today here. So
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. I've only been outside once, and that was this morning.
Yeah.
Got to
But
get
it was
out there
beautiful
more.
this morning. Yeah, well, it's hard to when you're here.
Yeah, so
So you're kind of tied to.
I can't be outside. It gets rid of the jacket paint look.
Yeah, then when he takes his shirt off, people will be like, "You can." That doesn't work.
Yeah, I can't do that.
That's
Can't
not
do
your
that.
thing.
Nope.
So
It's not on.
absolutely not your thing. So what else you got planned while you're here, Chris?
So, obviously tonight, Broker Carrier Summit has taken over with freight moving, taking over downtown Louisville. I'm
Yes, sir.
looking forward to a lot of camaraderie down there. And
I guess
hanging
I
out
can't
with
take
people.
my thing off, but yeah, we're both wearing the freight movement shirts
Yep.
here. So,
Yep.
so absolutely, that'll be a blast.
I'm here till Sunday, though.
Oh.
Just still going to be hanging out with a lot of people. Tomorrow night, in my opinion, is one of the great cultural things of trucking is Long Haul Paul and his concert in Brandon Carpenter's trailer. Out here in the parking lot.
I saw
And
pictures of that from
Fantastic.
It's
last
going to be, he's just a fantastic musician and friend, and I'm looking forward to really getting out there and getting to see that. That's something else. It's definitely a nice call back to the history of trucking and where it's going.
I think that's important too. One of the things we talked about with a lot of interviews is, this is the cultural event for trucking, for truckers. It's important for people that are not behind the wheel to be here to experience that, because obviously your lifestyle is very different than other folks. You try to work in a very different thing.
Yes.
But to see the camaraderie of the community, to have families, to have children, all the dogs. I love all the dogs. All that's here. It's so cool, and it's obviously have drivers that are performing and people that are so deep in the industry. To your point, and then you can do the callbacks with these historical trucks and all the different museum type of equipment that's here. It's super awesome, and as somebody who's not behind the wheel, I think it's so important for people to experience that at least once, but honestly, year after year, because you truly get embedded in the culture.
Yeah. I really feel like as far as culture and trucking, you can see it here. I mean, you got the outlaw culture over here at this booth. You got kind of modern stuff. You got the company culture. You got, Walmart's here recruiting. You got it's
You
just,
got state troopers across the
you got state
Right,
troopers.
right.
This
Still gotta try to
is
get them on.
this is like one of the most diverse shows. When it comes to the trucker, it's everything. It's trucking. It's everybody that's involved in the trucking ecosphere, and they're all here, and they're all, like I said, looking for business opportunity, looking for education, looking for new connections. Yeah, good friends.
Aaron Hatfield says hi. So
Ohio.
we saw him. We saw him. He was here a minute ago, but
Yep.
then he ghosted. So
Yep.
he's on his way home.
He had to pick up the kids.
So yeah.
Aaron Hatfield is an amazing guy. He's
Absolutely.
yeah. So he's got Eastern Kentucky roots. So we've really hit it off here, talking over the last couple of years and getting to know each other. And it's look forward to what he's doing all the time.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely. So Chris, appreciate the time. Well, I'm looking forward to dinner. So for those that don't, we didn't talk about that. There's a crew of us going out to dinner. That should be interesting.
Wait, are we doing some oysters again?
No, it looks like it's going to be a fancy Kentucky fare. So
Well, I'm just
That
saying,
sounds
like,
good.
we were talking about that. It seems like oysters are Kentucky fare.
Yeah.
At least you're in Louisville.
So everywhere we go, there's
freshwater
oysters.
oysters.
So,
Get them from the Licking River.
I'm with it, man.
yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Chris, appreciate
Yep.
the time.
See you, man.
We'll see you soon.
See ya.
See what? Oh, so happy.
Oh, yeah. Chris is the best of people. So
Miranda's pretty dope too.
Miranda's
awesome.
Miranda's better than Chris. So,
Can't confirm. We got to introduce them to listeners. I love that.
Yeah.
They've landed those.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Alex, come on in. Alex Petrovich. Alex is from 10-4 Insurance.
10-4.
Gentlemen, can you hear me okay?
Oh,
Ooh, the radio voice. I love that.
Yeah, that works out. That tracks. So
Yes.
Alex is with 10-4 Insurance, and there's a long history with me and 10-4 Insurance. I don't know if Alex even knows this.
I don't know that I really know this either.
Andy probably doesn't. Andy did not give you this. Did you know that I hired Andy Luck into the Huvestal family?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Andy,
so
our CEO.
Hired Andy Luck off the golf course as my controller at a company called Major Transport in probably 2004 or 2003. I was the GM back then.
Okay.
And so Andy worked for me for
I
a
was
number
just
of
graduating
years.
college.
Yeah. So, whenever that was. And so I worked for Wayne. And Wayne's actually my mentor in the industry. I worked for Wayne for a number of years. So
Very cool.
So Joe, when he was just a little kid, he used to do all kinds of stuff, and then before he even went to college, he'd come in and punch in loads and stuff like that for us into our TMS, and then he went off to college. He did his thing, and in the summertime he'd come in and run in loads, and then so Lone Mountain actually was a company that we started back then. So there's all kinds of stories. So,
That's a lot of history there. Man.
I got stories.
I think the big takeaway for me is, it just reaffirms the fact that trucking is in our DNA as a group of companies.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I go back so far. I was at his wedding with I go with it.
Sure.
So appreciate you coming here. Appreciate you guys being a sponsor of the Freight Movement event tonight. That should be a blast. I was just looking. We're getting a ticker take of signups now, which is kind of what I expected of Matt's. Is we were going to get our usuals signing up ahead of time, and now I have no idea who the hell is even signing up now. And it's just like ding, 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 ding.
So you mean it's going to be a fun party? Yeah. It's going to be a fun party. It sounds like. Yeah,
it's going. So it's going. We originally kind of put in a tape at about 150 people. We can push that tape back to 250, and we're approaching the 150 right now. And those are known people. So we always get a big unknown line that shows up. In Vegas, we had an unknown line
that was wild.
That ran like the whole Venetian. I mean, we had 208 people that we were able to run through a venue that only handled 120, and we turned 100 and some odd people away. So it was kind of crazy. But so anyway, it is what it is. Should be a good event tonight. We're excited about it. We appreciate you guys throwing in with us on it. So
happy to participate and be a sponsor.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Alex, tell us about 10-4 Insurance and what you guys are up to, how you're making the world a better place for, well, you guys do more than just regular insurance. I mean, you guys are doing a bunch of other stuff as well.
You do super duper insurance?
Yeah.
We like to think it's super duper.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, appreciate you having me on the show here. And Matt's 2025 has been great. I had never seen a goat as an emotional support animal.
I love that.
I think until this show. So between that and some of the shirts and just the crowd in general, it's been awesome. So all things trucking. So first and foremost, thank you. 10-4 truck insurance. So it's in the name, 10-4. All we do, Class 8, heavy equipment insurance.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do anything an owner operator or a small fleet needs. That's our bread and butter. So since 2020, we've been insuring owner operators and small fleets, up to 30 trucks.
Yep.
We'll do more than that, but that's really where the focus is. It feels like the majority of the trucking industry are smaller trucking operations,
Absolutely.
Owner operators, and they tend to be underserved from an insurance standpoint. And so we spend all of our time on speed, service, and price. Because we're born out of the trucking industry, we're an insurance company that's built specifically for truckers. So
Right.
all we do is insure, people that drive trucks, and we're a little unconventional in our approach, but all of that is to say that we want to keep the rates low. We want to keep trucks on the road. If an accident does happen, which it certainly does in trucking, we want to get it back on the road as fast as possible. So 10-4 Truck Insurance is an insurance company, not an agency. That all we do is trucking, and we think we've got a pretty good product and a pretty good team.
So let's talk about that for just a second. I'm gonna hone in on you're an insurance company, not an agency. So,
Right.
So state what that means for. Some people understood what that meant.
Yep.
Some people didn't.
Yeah. So most times, I think the traditional insurance method is to work with an insurance agency, and an insurance agency then has a number of different insurance companies that they work with. The insurance agent is providing guidance, support, certain customer service things that a trucking company or an owner operator may need, like a certificate of insurance. They're helping with the advice piece. The insurance company is actually carrying the risk. They're the ones cutting the check when a claim happens. They're the ones actually collecting the premiums. That is what we do, and we will work both in a direct environment. So we've got trucking companies or owner operators that work with us directly without an agent, and then we do have an exclusive group of agency partners that know and understand trucking and also work with us. So we work with insurance agents, but we are an insurance company, being that we underwrite and decide who we're going to insure, what price we're going to charge. And then we're the ones actually handling and adjusting the claims in the event of an accident and paying out.
Excellent. Appreciate that description.
Sure.
So been in business since 2020.
So the group of companies have been around since 1992. We've got a long history. The group of companies only do trucking,
Right.
but in 2020 we really started to focus on what I'll call the smaller trucking market, which are owner operators and small fleets.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, great. And you're located out of where?
So our headquarters is in beautiful Carter Lake, Iowa.
Boo. Sorry.
Where's the boo coming from there?
Recovering Iowegian over here.
Oh, got it. Okay.
He grew up.
Sure.
In Iowa, so
There you go.
Cedar Rapids, still not a fan, but Iowa's a great place to meet people, great place to raise kids, but a little slow for me.
Yeah, it's got its place in the world. I think
It does.
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska's slogan. So a lot of our employees live in Omaha, Nebraska.
Right.
Carter Lake is right by the Omaha, Nebraska airport. But I think Nebraska's slogan is Nebraska. It's not for everyone. That tells you.
Yeah,
that
it's just 317 miles of flat.
yeah.
I remember how that area was selected.
Yeah.
By the way, so
Really?
I'm not going to get into the whole.
Yeah, a little
story.
bit of history with the
But-
river moving, and
Yeah.
we get asked about that quite a bit.
So just the property that was selected for the.
Oh, our group of companies.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I remember how that area and that everything. So how the companies ended up there many years ago. So, but probably not all the story, but initially. So
The initial process.
yeah,
Well, we like being in the Midwest. We've got great Midwestern people that work at our company. We're in office. We've got a very collaborative approach. And the other big thing I think that's important is it's all of our people.
Right.
If we don't need to outsource, we typically do not. So it's our sales folks, it's our customer service representatives, it's our underwriters, our claims professionals. Everything's in-house, and that just gives us an additional advantage, I think, in being able to collaborate in that way.
I think it's an important piece too, because as you look at, the industry overall is one based very much on trust, and knowing that everything is in house and everything is under one umbrella. I think it's really, really big, especially when it comes to insurance, because generally speaking, insurance is one of those areas where folks don't trust. Are they going to pay out if I need to?
Right.
Are they going to protect me in case I'm in an accident? Like that. So I think it's an important piece where you guys can build that and show that, where it's regular people, all the office. And collaborative approach, like you can potentially go to Carter Lake and visit these people.
We have people stop in,
Yep.
right? We have customers or potential customers that stop into our office. You bringing up the trust thing. It's paramount for our business and how we operate. Word of mouth is still, I think, the best way to find customers.
Absolutely.
30% of our customers are referrals from other customers. And that number is growing every single day. So we love that our current customers trust us enough to tell other people that they should come take a look. And trucking's a relationship business.
Absolutely.
Insurance is a relationship business. And you put those two things together, you know, we're a little old school, probably, if that sounds weird to say that we're old school and that relationships matter. But we feel very strong that we've got a great group of people in Carter Lake, and the relationships that we have are why we've had the success that we've had.
On you targeting that particular market of companies, the 20 truck, 30 truck less fleets, that's 90% of the fleets out there. I mean, that is the vast majority of the companies in operation. And you know, 10-4 insurance and the ecosystem, the sister companies that you have, there's when you dig into it, you have a vast amount of experience and knowledge of the industry that are there. You're not just an insurance company, you're an insurance company that has experience and in-depth knowledge of the industry in pretty much all aspects.
And firsthand.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we talk a lot about that. I mean, I think there's a lot of insurance companies and insurance agencies that handle a lot of trucking and that have a focus in trucking. A lot of our people typically have a background in trucking and insurance. So for us, it's a blend of real world firsthand trucking experience married with the insurance expertise. We are niche focused. It's all we do is work with people that drive trucks, and it makes a difference. I think understanding the industry the way that we does just helps us better communicate and get trust from our customers and provide what the customer needs, the product that makes sense at the right price. And even when it comes to handling a claim, we're going to do it the right way.
Definitely.
Perfect. So what else do we need to know about you guys? Anything come immediately to mind?
Sure. Yeah, I think a couple bullets to hit on. You know, we're a national insurance company, and that we operate in mainly 48 states. So there's not a lot of geographical restrictions. For us, you know, it's if you've got 2 years of driving experience as an owner operator, give us a call. If you have your own authority and you've got 2 years of that authority being in place, give us a call. Those are really kind of the two main things for us. And you know, the price savings are tremendous, especially in this insurance climate that we're in, where people are just getting used to 20 and 30% increases year over year, even if they hadn't had claims. And for us, it's, you know, the hope is that, you know, we're able to provide insurance as more of a fixed cost or something that a driver can look at and say, here's what I can expect to pay year over year if they're running a clean, safe operation. And that's just not the case. It seems like a lot of times in the insurance industry today.
Predictability.
Exactly. So I think, you know, we've got all lines of coverage that a trucking company or an owner operator would need. You know, we don't offer occupational accident or workers' compensation, but auto liability, general liability, cargo, trailer interchange, and then physical damage or coverage for the trucks or trailers or what other equipment are all things that we do all day, every day. And so those are really the big things for us to remember. But I mentioned speed earlier. I want to spend a minute on that.
Yeah.
The trucking world is 24/7. It's fast paced. It's very different from a lot of other industries. Speed is paramount.
It's not governed at all.
Sometimes it's a hurry up and wait,
100%.
which I think people get a feel for. But, you know, we make the quoting process easy. You may already have insurance in place today, or you're going to go buy a new truck. I mean, you don't want to mess around with the insurance process. It's a lot of people's least favorite topic.
Right.
It's not a sexy thing to talk about. But we get to quote out the door in 20 minutes. And if you want to move forward with coverage with us, we'll have policy documents, certificates of insurance, or if you're working through an agent, they will as well in about an hour. So it's fast. It's going to save you some money, and then you can move on with your life and do what you do best, which is either drive a truck or work in a trucking company in some capacity. So speed is in our DNA. It's paramount to how we operate, and it's a necessity when you're working with the trucking industry.
So when you hit send on that certificate of insurance, you go, ciao.
No, but I'm going to start to.
Yeah. Speed, service, and price is, I think, how you launched that, Alex. And sounds like absolutely how you guys are established. 10-4 insurance, how can people find you guys? What's your socials? How can we find you
You bet.
online?
Yep. So we've got social media presence on LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube. Probably going to be getting into TikTok and starting doing more with X and Instagram here soon enough. It seems like, there's just a lot of trucking in those areas.
Absolutely.
But our website, it's tenfourins.com. 104ins.com is the easiest way to find us. We've got a booth here at Matt's. So for anybody here in person, stop by, say hello, meet one of our team members. And outside of that, the website's probably the best place.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And how can we find you? Any social media
Sure,
that you
yeah.
do anything on?
I'm not doing any dance videos or things like
Fair
that
enough.
at this point, but
Yet.
Yeah, it may happen.
right.
The day is young.
But you can find me on LinkedIn, Alex Petrovich. You'll see the 10-4 truck insurance underneath my name.
Perfect. All right. Well, we appreciate your time.
Fellas,
And,
thank you very
we'll
much.
chat
Appreciate
with
you having me
soon.
on.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is
Next victim.
Ryan. Is it Hasse or Hasse? Actually, I need to ask him from TAFS. So Ryan,
How you doing?
I mean,
how's it going, brother?
Good. How
to
are
see
you?
Grab a chair. Grab
left here, so toss her on. Remember, don't screw it up.
Don't screw it up. So Ryan, actually, I was just sitting here and is it Hasse?
Hasse.
Hasse.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So shame on
The
me.
long E.
The Hasse. Okay, fair enough. So Ryan Hasse from TAFS. So most of the people on the planet know what TAFS is at this point because you guys have done a great job branding everywhere.
Yep.
But tell us what TAFS is real quick.
Yeah, so we're one of the leaders in the industry when it comes to freight.
You got to eat that
Yep,
mic.
eat the
There's
mic
a
right
lot
here.
of ambient, even though these are great mics. It is very noisy.
They're great mics. They're very wonderful. They're perfect mics.
So TAFS is one of the leaders in the industry when it comes to freight factoring. So we go out there and we purchase receivables and help new trucking companies with their cash flow, allowing them the funds they need to pay their insurance, pay for fuel. We assist in a lot of different things when it comes to fuel cards, when it comes to load boards. So whatever we can do to help the new carrier coming into the market, that's what we're here for.
I feel like we're being kidnapped by the Light FM. This is wonderful. Great song.
It does. It does kind of sound that way. Yeah. So right. No, just kidding.
We can go intimate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This just took a interesting
It took a left turn. Which usually happens when I'm on. So
That's
that's
fair
valid.
enough. Fair. It always gets awkward. So no, absolutely. You guys have done a great job. We haven't had enough conversations. I feel personally. So, and it's always been an intention. It's always been an intention to spend more time and chatting and learning about TAFS. And I'm not going to go into why because we've had a couple of those conversations. So, but I've enjoyed those conversations exponentially, largely because I've asked the questions and you guys have been very forward about how you've answered them. So I appreciate that in so many ways. So how has Matt's been for you? How's this event been so far?
It's been fantastic this year. This is one of the first years that we've attended where we didn't have a booth.
Yeah.
So it's gave us the freedom to just kind of walk around and actually engage in a lot more conversations than waiting for somebody just to kind of come up to us. It's allowed us to get out there and get in some good conversations. So it's been a wonderful event so far.
A little more guerrilla style out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Awesome.
Yep.
Love that.
Yeah, there's something to be said about not having the booth. There's definitely nice to have some meeting area, that type of thing. But last year we came and intended on walking, but we didn't actually make it anywhere.
No, we did not. We did not.
We sort of bumped into Alex Mai and then got stuck at this booth for the whole event, and I don't think we left. We walked the area once in like a 2-hour period,
Yep.
and that was it. That's all we got.
Got our 5 miles in.
Yeah.
Really good.
I will say I keep trying new options every year, but I can't find the right pair of shoes to get through the day.
Right.
The dogs are barking by the end.
Yeah, absolutely. So absolutely. So TAFS, huge footprint. How long has TAFS been around as an organization?
TAFS has been around for going on close to 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we've always specialized with the new entrant coming in, and that's where we focus a lot of our efforts. Now we can take on clients of all different sizes, from one truck to 1,000 trucks, but we really specialize and focus on that new carrier coming into the market.
Okay. And there's a lot of education that you supply
That's right.
along with that. Can you talk a little bit about the education programs that you offer to those new carriers?
Yeah, with the carriers coming in, obviously the success rate within that first 6 months is crucial.
Right.
We see a lot of failure rates within that. So we want to put together different programs that can be a backbone for the company as they're coming in. They can ask the questions when they ensure that they're working with the right customers. That if they need, just help with anything, maybe finding a new insurance partner or looking for different options, we want to be that resource and that network that they can come to, that one-stop shop. They've got enough going on with everything, trying to get payments. I want them to feel comfortable in calling in, and we can answer anything they need or supply them with a resource.
No, that's great. And then, you guys really have answers to almost any question, maintenance, any and all things. You've really created a whole ecosystem there.
And that's why we attend events like this. We ask, even before attending, we ask our clients what are some things that they're looking for. So when we come to an event like this, we can target some of those and look for the right partnerships.
No, that's great. And really screaming that from the hilltops. That's actually what we do on the technical side.
Yep.
And it's more we do from a GLCS perspective. From a technical side, why we may not always have all the answers, we know someone who does.
That's right.
And we want to have that relationship with everybody.
We do the same thing with our partnerships, whether it's a TMS, whether it's a maintenance platform, whether it's somebody's pricing. Like we want to make sure that we have friends. Right? So like it may not be us, but we know exactly.
Well, and it's one of those. When I got into the industry with TAFS 13 years ago, I didn't realize the actual friendships that I'd make and how into this industry, in the transportation industry, where it would lead. And there's a lot of people I consider family now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you got to network in this industry. Networking is key.
Yep.
Yeah. And you nailed it. The relationships you make here are amazing. And I was just telling this to Grace a little bit ago. This industry will build character. This industry will build characters, and you can also choose which one you want to build, or if you're going to build both. Like this guy.
I don't think we'll stick with the characters part.
But you get to go through this amazing journey if you so choose, and you get to make all these friends, and that continues going on and on and on. And you go to these amazing events, and then you go back and you're like, when's the next one?
Yep.
That's right.
When's the next one?
And you're exhausted, but when's the next one?
When's the next one? And then you go back and you have these meaningful conversations, and it's strange. It's actually a very strange industry to be in, and it is in my opinion, it's the best industry.
I agree with that.
I've been in it for almost 30 years now. So
almost 20, so yeah.
And what's also amazing about the industry is how small it becomes. Every year you're in it, it becomes a little bit smaller.
Smallest big industry out there.
Yeah.
So
no, and it amazes me how things tie together quick, and you run up and people do know each other. So, and that's why the brand that you are personally, it's big in this industry because you can burn a name quick too.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely. So, you definitely have to be careful about that.
10 years to build, 10 seconds to kill.
That's right.
So what else do we need to know? We've only got a few minutes here, and at some point we need to actually get back and circle. We had talked about, I think that was broken.
Yeah.
I was just pathing backwards. I'm like, man, that was 5 months ago, because Broker Carrier Summit's in a month again.
Yeah.
So we will make it a valid point to circle back with TAFS on an off-air standpoint to track that. But what else do we need to know about TAFS in the next couple of minutes here?
I would just say, if you're out there and looking for different payment options and different things that way, we've got a lot of different programs that can benefit you. all the way down to where you don't have to ledger line funding, which means for the larger companies that go out there, they can kind of handle a lot of the back end business, and yet we can represent cash flow for them. Or if you're a new driver just looking to get into the market and you don't know where to turn and you just need help from the start, even just applying for your MC, give us a call. We'll help you out. I mean, we treat everybody the same. If you're one truck or 1,000 trucks, we're there for you.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
It's good stuff.
Appreciate it. So, how can people find you? How can people find TAFS?
People can find me on LinkedIn. My name's Ryan Hasse, Vice President of Sales at TAFS. You can go to TAFS.com. Anywhere else, come see me at the event.
Awesome. Reach out to Ryan.
Thanks,
Appreciate it, brother. So we'll see you tonight too, I think. Right?
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll do it up.
Awesome.
It'll be fun.
So, is there anybody else we're going to drag in here at the last minute?
I mean, we could have Justin. We had
Had
Lombard.
Lombard.
Yeah, he
I
was here
thought
for
we
a
had Lombard, but he disappeared, and
He
we
did.
still got to drag him on at some point. But hey, Justin.
Justin. Hey, Beard.
Justin. I'm gonna grab Justin Martin.
So this is a microphone. And this is a headset. You've never seen one before. So put this over your head and your hat.
I don't know. I got a big noggin. See if it fits. Oh, barely.
Justin Martin, we will make America freight again.
Absolutely. Tremendous. The best freight. The biggest
The
freight.
wonderful freight, wonderful volumes.
Beautiful freight.
Wow. I'm just gonna let you guys go for a minute.
Two bearded.
See what happens.
Yeah.
It's jeez, that's
This
a
is
lot of beer.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't get too close to each other. You might not be able
Oh, no,
to
we're gonna get
disconnect.
tangled. We're gonna get tangled up.
I'm glad you went with the polar look, and I went with the straight down.
If I use the straightening iron, my hair just gets like super thin as it goes down. It just does not. It does not look good. I have not gotten this trimmed in like 2.5 years. It's way past due. But I had a barber in Philadelphia who cut my hair for like 7 years, and then he just like dropped off the face of the planet after COVID. I've like
No
gone through
idea
all
where
kinds
he
of
went.
no idea. I think
Is
he
he
just
putting stuff online in the government online?
I don't know. He just decided to go nuts and disappear. And no one's heard from him since. But anyway, what's up, guys?
Wild.
How's Matt's been going for you guys?
We saw you standing there, and we thought Justin needs to
Yeah,
come up.
bring him in.
And we were just wrapping up, and we figured we'll go over a few minutes with Justin Martin.
Well, thanks for having me.
So yeah. So how's the show?
Oh, fantastic. It's
Yeah.
so fun. Like, you talk and interview and interact with people online throughout the year. And it's so nice to like put a face to, random Twitter avatars for once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seeing a lot of familiar faces, a lot of newer faces. That's what
Internet
this
friends.
is. Internet friends. That's right.
Love it.
Absolutely. This show's always just so overwhelming for me. You just can't take it all in.
It is.
In 2.5 days, you can't get everything.
It's the Comic-Con of freight. Absolutely.
There you go.
100%.
Comic-Con, Super Bowl, name whatever mega event you want,
Freight,
and that is
freight
exactly what
trucker con.
Yeah, and it's also the one. I mean, there's like smaller trucking shows throughout the country
Right.
through the year, but this is the big one for drivers.
right.
You got the Freightways events, you have the Broker Carrier Summit, you got all the safety guys here and there, but this is the only one that's here for you guys to drive.
Right. For drivers,
Yep.
all drivers.
Yep. This is trucking culture.
Absolutely. We talked about it a number of times.
Oh,
You can get anything you want here. You can research anything you want here. You want to learn about brakes, you want to learn about axles. You got those guys. You want
swag, you want tech, you want to go sit in a truck. You like all of it's
anything you want, any problem you want to try to solve. There's somebody here that knows how to solve it in
Right.
some way, shape, or form. You just got to start asking those questions, and you're going to figure out where to go to get it.
Yeah, and if you're somebody who's developing some piece of freight tech and you and all your software underlings have never been to a truck before or talked to a driver, bring them here. You're going to get immediate, honest feedback and no
100%.
BS.
Right. Absolutely. So, yeah. So, what you got next here? What's your plan for the next 2 days?
Honestly, just vibing. I'll run into a break room somewhere, see some people. Hey, what's up? And then we chat for a bit and they'll say, oh, we're supposed to meet so and so. I'm like, perfect. I haven't seen them in like 6 months, so that's how I stumbled my way over to you guys.
So just beard and vibes. That's all we're doing.
Yep. I got my 2 days of work done with Kevin Rutherford earlier, and so I'm a free man now.
You know, I haven't even seen him yet. There's a whole bunch of people that are here that I haven't even seen.
Every time. He was wrapped up with his class yesterday and the day before. He's around today, but I have not seen him yet.
I haven't seen Jamie Hagan yet either.
Me neither. I really need to find him.
And I actually had the Hellbent sticker on my suitcase.
I got mine on my laptop. Yeah. It's a great sticker.
And Wingfield's here too.
Yeah, I haven't seen Wingfield yet either. But
he was over the Freightways booth.
Yeah.
I wanted to sneak up behind Jamie and just shout, "The Mac Anthem is the worst truck
there,
ever."
There actually is a Freightways booth?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Adam Wingfield. He's
real small. It's actually all focused on the playbook.
Yep.
I did hear there was a playbook.
Yeah, first issue was out, and they're giving out free copies.
Yeah. Gracie was talking about that.
And if you haven't subscribed to that or checked out the playbook with Adam Wingfield on Freightways, highly recommend. Great. Whether you're a trucker or not, this is a great education in running a small truck company. Yeah.
It was so easy during COVID. Anybody with a pulse could go out there, put freight, run a profit. As we saw, the rates crash. So everyone's like, what do I do? There are guys who have been through this. This isn't their first rodeo. They've been through a couple cycles of freight. So anyone can run when it's up, but running when it's down and not crashing and burning your business, you got to talk to these guys. They know their stuff.
Absolutely. And controlling those costs. That's what it all is.
Control the controllables. That's exactly what costs are.
Bingo. So
and relationships. Build your relationships.
Well, that's where it starts on the revenue side for the small guys.
Yeah.
It's all about even on the big guys, it's all about relationships and understanding how to do sales and whatnot. But if you don't come into it controlling your costs, you're going to get nipped somewhere down the road. Unless you're in COVID running around at $4 a mile, which is not going to happen again, most likely. At least I kind of hope it. I would love for everybody to make a ton of money. Don't get that wrong, but let's not plan on that happening again.
Correct.
Let's control our costs, operate efficiently, and if it does happen again, you're just going to make more money.
And then hold on to the stupid money.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Have a rainy day fund. Have 5 rainy day funds.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. What do you guys think of American Truckers United? Those guys from Arkansas. Not to put you on the spot.
No, you're good, man. It's a hot topic. I think there's merit to some of the argument, and I'll focus on the English language.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a hot topic, and I can make an argument on both sides because the American dream. My grandparents came to this country and never. And so my grandfather had to translate for them, and they would have been in a world of hurt, if that was the case then. So I believe that, but also there is a requisite level of safety. If you don't understand what's going on around you with signs or verbiage, that can open up and expose the general motoring public to unnecessary risk. And when you got an 80,000-pound missile running down the road, that's heartburn.
As we saw with we've had some high-profile crashes. It's wild. Like people have been talking about this forever, but all of a sudden we have a couple high-profile crashes, and now everybody has kind of turbocharged this topic. My philosophy has always been we need to have a bar. And I'm sorry, but if you can't reach that bar, you do not get to be a truck driver.
You have to be able to speak English at a level.
Basic
read
conversation.
English
and basic.
at a level.
And the people that are supposed to be in charge of running this stuff, they need to know how the industry works and what they're talking about. The FMCSA panel at the Pro Talk they had this morning, the rep that they had from the FMCSA didn't know what a twig card is.
I am told he got a disarray.
Yeah, as it should be.
So, and this is what we talked about it yesterday on the lounge with Dale. Like Dale Prax is the FMCSA's worst enemy and their best friend. When they do well, he'll cheer it on. Man, but no, to kind of wrap up the question, like, is it something that needs to be examined 100%? Because there is an exposure to the motoring public. That's ultimately that's what we care about, right? Is that you want truckers to be able to move, to do their work, and do it efficiently and well. But also you have to worry about the general motoring public. It's not flying planes. It's difficult, but you don't have this much stuff in the sky. All these other variables.
That's a big beef of mine with DOT. So much of the staffing there is made up from the FAA.
Right.
So they focus all their attention and all the headlines on planes, which I get. Airplane crashes make for much scarier headlines than truck crashes. But we have so many more truck crashes for decades versus planes.
And also we need to call out, like, I'm sorry because I said this yesterday. I'm going to keep saying it now. The billboard lawyers, the people that are making this so difficult for everyone. We've got a bunch of insurance companies sitting around us. So, that's the thing that needs to be discussed a lot more is, I'm sorry, if you rear-end a truck, you don't get $407 million. That was your fault. I hate to break it to you.
As my good friend Mike Lombard says, I love tort reform. He's a big billboard attorney disrespecter.
Yeah. I want to pay both gun to all of them. So sorry, Hunter.
So yeah, fair enough.
So part of why why it feels like there's such a huge push all of a sudden. I only learned this last night talking to the ATU guys. Apparently, the Arkansas legislature window is only open for 70 days, so every 2 years.
Really?
Oh,
And they only have 2 weeks left until the whole legislature just like goes into recess for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
So they do that because
how do we get that
need
job?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
you run for your local state Congress.
I need to move to Arkansas.
They do that in a lot of states because they don't want too many laws passed per year, which I get. But because the windows are so small, there's like such a mad dash where everyone's trying to get everything passed all at once.
Man.
And there's so much stuff that just kind of falls through the cracks because nobody's paying attention to anything.
That's
Nobody
wild.
reads the bills. By the time these things go through committees and they get edited and redacted and stuff, it's nothing that gets passed. Is what
Anybody
anybody
watch how a bill becomes law? No one remember Schoolhouse Rock?
But Schoolhouse Rock was about the national level.
Yeah.
So these are all like state bills that are trying to get passed right now, and it's such a challenge because the window of opportunity to get anything passed is so small.
Right.
But I wish them luck.
I don't like that.
So you would think that with Trump announcing that English is now the official language of America, like they wouldn't have to do any of that anyway. But apparently they still do because law enforcement, when they pull someone over, they don't know what to do. They're like, I can't talk to this guy. I gotta wait 20 minutes while somebody finds a translator for me.
Yeah.
And this should just be, we can't talk here. You're shut down. I'm sorry. We got to get somebody to rescue that load, please.
Yeah, so that's one of the challenges I have. Is again, I do believe in the American dream, and so it's I waffle with this because I have a lot of friends who come to this country and they speak English now. But I know how hard it was for them when they didn't speak English.
Yeah.
And so to live and let's be real, trucking is a opportunity to get employed very quickly.
Yeah.
And so we need that safety for the motoring public. We need that ability for law enforcement to check on things, to enforce, and to let the good guys go. Oh, let's get this handsome fella.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
We were just talking about you. Fellow billboard disrespecter Michael Lombard.
Yes.
You gotta turn them on.
Yeah, Thomas J. Henry.
You got your mic on?
Test that mic out.
Just
Michael
Yeah.
Lombard.
Test.
there you go. Wow.
Yeah, Thomas J. Henry. You better not be.
So
watching.
we got a few minutes here, and then I can see that our boys at the logistics lounge want to get pumped up and going. So, but we got a few minutes to
Free
say
trade.
hi. So,
Love those guys.
They
So-
look like me at the starting line.
yeah, they want to get going. So,
Yes.
but so we got a couple minutes. We can bring Lombard on to close this out and see where we go. So, how's your show going, Mike?
Dude, you talking about the Lombard Trucking Show?
We're talking about this trucking show, the
That
Lombard
show
trucking
happens
show.
all day, every day, right, brother?
Oh yeah, 24/7 is the Lombard Trucking Show. But no, Mid American Truck Show this year. For me, it's almost as if it gets better every year. And I think it gets better every year because the time in between the Mid America Truck Show, you keep in touch with the new people you met, and then you meet new people through the new people you met from last year. So your network grows, your friendships grow, your relationships grow. So then by the time next year's mats happened, there's just been so much buildup and anticipation. You've made so many new friends that the next year always just ends up being better because of all the people you've met over the years that you finally get to reconnect with in person.
The hype. You just build more hype every year.
We do be loving the hype.
The hype is where it's at.
Yes.
We come here. I mean, the vibes are high. I mean, that's the thing. I'm a vibe dealer.
Here's the vibes.
Beers and vibes. Vibes are high. I'm a vibe dealer, 24/7 vibe dealer, by the way. I'm a vibe dealer for the entire industry too. Motor carriers, brokers, whoever. Anybody who needs vibes, you can call me. And the vibes are high here, so I'm having a good time.
Lombard's also hilarious in the group chats too. He'll when he landed, he takes this picture of him like going down the stairs next to the escalator, and he just writes, "Imagine taking the escalator." So when we
first
were
of all, I did.
when we were at Matt's, and I'm gonna think of that every time I see an escalator from now on. So when we were at O'Shea's last night, they have an elevator that takes you downstairs to go to the bathrooms.
Yep.
And on the way back up, I took the stairs down, and on the way back up, I was like, let me get that. I took a picture, and I said, imagine taking the elevator.
That's health tip 101.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
the stairs. Stairs supremacy.
Yeah.
So I usually do instead the whatever city we're in, like in this case Louisville. I'm in you.
I'm in you. Yeah.
I'm in you.
Yeah. You get that from being everywhere.
Yes.
Yes. Everywhere and anywhere. So
We need to find somebody. There's got to be somebody who's like the most jacked. Maybe you. Well, we can't do it with the beard, but like I want somebody in a Bain mask to just go to the FMCSA booth and just be like, you feel like you're in charge here.
I will 100% do. This is my chance to take my shirt off.
Seize the moment.
Yes.
Seize the
Yes.
moment.
And it'll be chained down. Get chained down.
They do have armed guys at that booth, by the way.
So I'm armed too.
No, like actual
Good.
guns.
Let them.
Nice guns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm armed too. You see these legs, dude. Mechanical bulls hate to see me coming. I'm fully set.
Girl same. Girl same.
Yeah, I want to do a calf off with you because I've been a fat guy all my life, and I got like big old calves with like no effort.
Yeah, we got some cavalry here at Met.
Yes. Yes. I think this is we're winding out.
yeah.
I think we're crashing out, so.
Definitely winding out. So all right. So you got anything going on over the next couple days?
Hey, next couple of days, you can find me at the Truck Parking Club booth. I'll be hanging out there. And again, biggest thing for me, I'm raising money for Project 61, dedicated to driver health, getting ready for Ironman Texas in the Woodlands next month. But I'll be here. Yeah, I'll be here all weekend. Leaving out on Sunday. Come to the Truck Parking Club booth.
Right. We're working on that deal with is it Croatia?
Oh yeah, me, Nick Klingensmith, and Alex Bates. We've got a 70.3 half Ironman in Belgrade in September, and that we're going to be doing for Project 61 too. And if you want to be a part of that, you give us me and Nate a holler.
Right.
We're looking to get the industry on board.
We're just getting into some details on that one, so expect to hear some more things. We've got some ideas.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
just working on things. So, but all right. So I think we got to wrap up.
I think we do.
Some people are going to be a little,
They're gonna be
little
upset.
perturbed. So stay curious, stay informed, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Until next time, drive forward with purpose and innovation. Thanks for watching.